So, let's talk about dating and having epilepsy, what it's like. Now, in high school, it was pretty rough. Guys really didn't want anything to do with me once they found out I had epilepsy, so I hid it from them until the point where I had to tell them. Now, when I was dating my one boyfriend I was with for 6 years, he's seen me go through everything. And I understand there comes a point where too much is enough and he had to leave. It's not the way I envisioned him leaving now. But his family was very supportive. They knew about my epilepsy. They were very open and honest how they felt. His mom was a doll. Seriously, I still talk to her to this day. Now, after that, I dated a few guys, but nothing serious, so I really never told them about my epilepsy. Didn't figure it I needed to. And then I started dating somebody serious again, and we were almost together 9 years. And I told him right off the bat, I'm like, look, if you can't deal with it, then you just need to leave, because this is who I am. I'm not changing who I am, and I can't change who I am for you. But we had different ideas and lifestyles. That's why we didn't work out. The guy I'm with now, we'll be together a year tomorrow. He's amazing. He has the most patience that I have ever seen with me, because my anxiety has been bad lately, so he's very patient with me. He's such a sweetheart. But to people that are dating people with epilepsy, be supportive. If you can handle it, don't want to run away from the situation. If they have their stuff in order and they're doing good, there should be no reason why you can't date somebody with epilepsy. Like, some of the greatest people I've met have epilepsy. They're strong, they're independent, they're smart, they're really, really nice. And I think it's ridiculous how we get treated. Like, if when we're in a relationship and you find out and then you're gone, even though you liked us, you just go. You just leave. It boggles my mind why people do it. It really does. And lately there's been a lot of talk on my epilepsy support group about dating and how frustrating it is to find somebody to sit down and talk to about it. I guess this is my way of dealing with the frustration, because I feel for you all. I've been there how many times, and I know. And the easiest thing to do, tell them right up front. Like, I was adamant about it when I got with Jesse. I told him right up front. Told him what it all involved. I wasn't gonna dilly-dally about it and start liking him and then have my heart ripped out of my chest because he couldn't handle it. That was not the case in this situation. But I've had that happen in the past. And it really sucks, because when you start liking somebody and then you feel comfortable enough to tell them, then they leave, and you're like, well, I thought you liked me, and I thought we were having fun together, so why leave? It's not like I had a seizure in front of you again. You just left because you found out I had epilepsy. Like, I don't know. I guess I understand some people can't handle it, but if people were more educated on it, I think they could. And I think it wouldn't be an issue when it came to dating somebody or starting friendships up. It wouldn't be an issue if they knew what it was about, what it entailed, and how to react to it. And I really don't think it would be an issue, but our media doesn't talk about epilepsy ever, so. No, they just like to talk about racism and Nazis and stuff like that. That's the only thing on my feed lately. I can't stand it. But back to the point at hand. Yeah, there are some stuff you can't do on a date when you have epilepsy, but you can always work around it. You can always come up with creative dates. Like, you do a picnic, like, on top of a mountain, like, if she's able to climb. I don't know. Go on a boat, have a romantic brunch. There's all kinds of stuff. Or painting. Like, fill up balloons with paint and slap each other with them. I don't know. I had some pretty creative dates in the past. I was actually shocked by some of them. Recent one was Jesse and I took a ride up to the mountains just to see the summit. And we had a blast that day. Like, he's like, let's just go for a ride. And I loved it because you could see the mountains, and I love the mountains. But it's like they always say epileptics shouldn't get tattoos, but yet we still have tattoos. It's one of those things. I'm actually thinking about getting one. A ribbon done on me, but I don't know. I just think people need to be more open-minded, and they're not. They're very closed off when it comes to epilepsy. And I don't understand why. Like, why it's not taught in school. Everything else is taught in school. You're taught to stay away from drugs, don't drink. You're taught about heart attack, stroke. You're taught about STDs. Taught about how to prevent stuff. But you're never taught about epilepsy. And it's a bummer. Because I totally get that some people in my support group are trying to move on with their life and date, and they're having such issues with it because of this. It's really, really sad. And by all means, they have my full support. I will, like, be there for them if they ever need to talk about anything. Just be totally honest with them. Just be blunt about it. I'm blunt about everything. Like, seriously. And sometimes I do come off bitchy when I'm blunt, but I don't care. It's just who I am. I don't know. So to anybody out there trying to date that has epilepsy, good for you. Because you're taking the first step. And to somebody out there dating somebody with epilepsy, I applaud you greatly. It takes one hell of a person to be in your shoes and support the person you love.